David Black, and this is City Happenings. A Papillion resident who's a professional photographer displays his work in a local exhibit. We told you earlier about the successes of the Papillion-La South High School marching band at the Alamo Bowl. Two of the drum majors relive the moment, and the local Parkinson's outreach group meets once a month. This week, one of the patients who is a faithful meeting attendee gives us his thoughts. Enjoy these stories in City Happenings for the week of February 17th.
Thanks, Mayor Black. Local photographer Herb Thompson has a photo exhibit at Tri-Point Coffee House. He says the exhibits are inspired by Black History Month.
That first exhibition in '99, if I'm not mistaken, was with the city of Omaha, where I created formal portraits of local African American leaders. And then from there, each year, I had a tendency to just change it a little bit. One year I did, the theme was the hands of African Americans, where I approached different people from different occupations and just created portraits around their hands as it related to their work. So it just seemed logical to me this theme of the art of marriage among African American couples was just a logical step for me to take. And also I thought it would give me a good opportunity to meet with I don't want to say older, mature couples, and learn a little bit about the art of marriage and what it takes to create a lasting marriage. So as a part of creating those portraits, I would also visit with the couples and ask them, the basic question, what do you see as the key to a lasting marriage? Pretty insightful stuff came out of it. I hadn't really thought much about my goal in presenting the exhibition, but in talking to a few of the couples, and I've contacted a number of them 13 years after initially taking their portraits, and I found that several of them were encouraged by the fact that I had chosen a spot outside of, say, North Omaha, where folks typically think of black couples, and chose to present their portraits and their thoughts in a place like Papillion. So I guess I would hope that viewers, as they look at the exhibit and as they leave, that they'll think about the fact that there are positive things happening in the black community, and that unlike what we tend to see quite a bit in movies or in mass media, that it's not all negative stereotypes. That these couples have made a commitment to each other, and they've learned to do things the right way. Obviously, learning about relationships and about life, living life together. So I would hope that viewers would come away with a sense that, it's not all bad in Black America. There are some good things happening. These couples are very special people.
The photo exhibit runs now through March 28th. The Papillion-La South Titan Band had an incredible run at the Alamo Bowl, as we told you earlier. The band's drum majors give their thoughts.
I think it was super exciting to be able, not only to be able to join with all the other bands in the mass halftime, and to be able to see all the other ones compete, and being a mellophone, and being able to join with, I think we had over 20 or 30 other mellophones, which was so cool because you never really have that many, and just being able to be a drum major there and perform with all those other people, and to be able to show what we can do to the rest of the world, and to the rest of all the other bands, and to the whole stadium full of people. It was really awesome.
Most definitely. With the 65,000 people there, you can't really hear much, but you can hear just a little bit of sound coming, but just the crowd of the 65,000, it's a little deafening, and there were points in the music where our music really overwhelmed the noise and people started paying attention. I noticed that the band was realizing that, and they just became more and more confident, and they just got better and better. It's just the level of confidence. Going into the stadium, I can tell that all of the kids were, they were nervous. They were always looking at the crowd like, oh my God, am I going to mess up? But, when they started realizing that the crowd was really, really liking what they were putting out, they started doing better and better, and what do you know, we just did probably our best performance.
It makes me feel really happy, and it makes me, I looked out at the band for a second and I saw their faces of like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening, and I felt really, again, I did feel confident, but I don't know, it made me like 10,000 times more energetic, and made me just want to be that much better, and it's like, oh my gosh. All right, I gotta put more power into this, and really exhilarating.
All of this that we went through to get to Texas and the Alamo, we had to put in a lot of practice and effort. I mean, you can't just walk in and say, hey, I'm just going to wait till our next trip just to have a lot of fun. But no, it's just a lot of work to get there, and it'll take your time.
The local Parkinson's disease outreach group holds monthly meetings, and one Parkinson's patient says the group means a lot.
Well, I think it's a good place for people to come and discuss their problems and have a lot of input that way, and they can find out a lot. There's a lot of information available. They can get a lot of help. I think there's a lot of these people are going through this disease without a lot of assistance from medical assistance, advice, and so forth. Sure. And they need professional help, and they ought to seek it through this group if they can. It's a great group to get together with. There were 8 people thereabouts to the first meeting and 50-some to the second, and 35, 45 people thereafter. And it's been over a year. I don't know that, we were well on our way to doing deep brain surgery and so forth. And I think we had pretty well handled everything on our own up to that point. The need for the involvement of these people with their doctors and neurologists, whoever they're using to give them advice and curing their or trying to accommodate their problems.
We thank all of the senior citizens who attended the annual Valentine's Day luncheon on Friday, February 14th. The event was again a great success, and everybody there enjoyed a great time. There are lots of ways to stay up to date with what's happening in Papillion. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter, or even watch the YouTube channel. There's also the City app. It's available from the Apple App Store and the Android Marketplace. Information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website. For more about Papillion, go to www.papillion.org or just call the Mayor's Hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.